This one is from the Charlotte Dobre subreddit. Mother defecates and puts it in trash bags. My first ever Reddit post, so please be kind. I need advice because I don't know what else to do. My mother is a manipulative, disgusting, toxic, and vile person. Oh Lord, we've just listed off her 4 top qualities. Dang. We've always had a rocky relationship from the time she disowned me for something I didn't do, tried to get me to stay with my abusive ex, accused me of using substances as well as drinking when pregnant with my first son. A psychic told her that. Oh my God. And so much more. My mother got addicted to pain pills and started doing everything in the book. Stole from her husband, kids, grandkids, stores, and so on. She overdosed on fentanyl. She started methadone when my husband and I allowed her to move in. Without us, she would have been homeless because she burned every bridge. And it still got worse. She falls asleep standing up every day, everywhere. She hasn't showered in years. Why aren't you calling APS? Sounds like she cannot take care of herself. Her toenails are falling off after growing to wrap around the toe next to each other. Oh gosh. I understand being depressed, but it's been 5 years. We've tried everything to help her. I've told therapists, doctors, and so many people trying to get help. They say she's able to answer for herself, so they can't do anything without her asking. She broke her hips from falling and didn't get the staples out for almost 6 months. My mother is now pooping and peeing in a bucket and dumping it into trash bags, leaving it tied up in her room until she has about 10 trash bags and then throws them away. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. There's crumbs all over her floor, chips because she survives on only Doritos, Dr. Pepper, and her methadone. This has caused bugs. We had our house fumigated before the sale was final. She brought them back with all of the crumbs. Her reasoning is she's depressed and hurts, but she doesn't do anything about it but ruin my home. I'm too nice to throw her out. The government won't help, and she has nowhere else to go. Please give me advice. Ma'am, here is your advice. You either need to call APS to see if there's something they can do, or you need to look at petitioning to become your mother's medical power of attorney so that you can get her the help. Because this is gross and disgusting. And did you say anything about kids? Let me see. Blah, 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 blah. Overdose. Da, 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 da. I don't see where you mentioned any children, but she's defecating in a bucket and then putting it into bags and leaving it in her room. Why isn't she going to the bathroom? That makes absolutely no sense. There is something off here. And honestly, you need to get her some assistance. Let's get into the comments though and see what some others say. Tia Amor Lover 22 said, I can understand you're not wanting her to be homeless, but if it continues under your roof, you are telling her it is okay to treat you and your home poorly. It is okay to poop in your home in bags. You're telling her that it's okay to poop in your home in bags and make your home unlivable and to be manipulated because she is indoors and has what she needs to keep her happy and comfortable. You're a sweet person for everything you have had to endure and an even better daughter for wanting her safe. But moms need to have that same thought for their kids too, no matter what age or stage in life they are. Rock bottom means she's got to feel how hard it can be with drugs being gone, your only company, because actions have consequences. Even with family, when she feels that she will try getting back in the house with empty promises, don't let her. And tell her what she needs to do to be a part of your life from that point forward. I suggest having your partner with you when you confront her so you have support from him right by your side. It's going to be really hard. Lots of tears and a lot of moments where you will want to give in to give comfort and relieve your stress for a minute or two. But she needs you to stick it out for her sake. You've got this. If you doubt yourself, just look at your kids and remember they need a safe place to be and need to see their mom being strong even when it's hard to be. I'm going to pray for you and your family. Munchkin Media stated, stop being nice. Look at what being nice has gotten you. I work in a trauma center. You don't want to know what diseases you're being exposed to. She needs to be sectioned and involuntarily committed yesterday. If you won't stand up for yourself and your family against this disgusting goblin, you can't complain. Sometimes you can't be nice anymore, and that time is now. The police and the emergency room at the hospital section her. Her behavior is that bad. She needs detox or rehab. I wish you luck. We went through that with my sister-in-law. She died of cirrhosis, but not before tormenting our family. I'm going to mention this. I think some people, when they leave comments, they don't necessarily read the whole story. One, I never heard her mention kids. Two, everybody's talking about detox. Unfortunately, methadone is what she was given to get off the fentanyl. But it's not like you can just pop up off of that either, because unfortunately, it's just as addictive. But what is the option to get yourself off methadone? What is that? Now, everything else you state, I absolutely agree with, but just saying. Deleted user says, is the grandchild your child? Because if you and your husband have a child living there like that with your addicted, abusive, and psychiatrically unstable mother, you're just asking for CPS to remove the child from your care for not providing safe and appropriate housing. The state of her room alone has the ability to not just make her sick, but you, your husband, and a potential child. If someone else sees it, or when the bugs and potential vermin start chewing holes and her mess starts spreading into the yard, then there's the potential it gets reported to the city by law by your neighbors. If you're in a semi-detached home or a townhouse, it's even worse because your home shares a wall with someone else. Why are you putting your own house, your own safety, and your own sanitary living conditions, as well as your own sanity, at risk? Much as I hate to say it, you are not your mother's keeper. She needs help and you need a safe place to live, and she's providing you the opposite of that with absolutely no consequences. She needs to be evicted. Where she ends up after that is on her and never you. OP responded to that one and said, thank you for your reply, though I wish I could read tone. I appreciate any input, even if it makes me feel crappy. The defecation started recently, and we found it while I was secretly cleaning her room. It's all confined to her room. Not that that makes that any better. I should have stated that previously, but the bugs are being managed, and I do have a company that comes out and sprays, but you shouldn't have to do that. We do not have rats or mice, thank goodness. I've talked to everyone, including doctors, nurses, therapists, and so many more. And they say I do not have to worry about my kids' safety until the pooping started. I've decided she has to leave as soon as possible. I'm looking into an inpatient facility, but I can't find something soon. She'll have to figure it out. Man, that's just a messy situation. Not to be mean, but I am so sorry that this is such a shitty situation. You need to get your mom help. You need to get her involuntarily committed, and especially because she is defecating now. That is more than proof that they can go ahead and do that. And then you need to look at maybe becoming her medical power of attorney so that you can continue to get her whatever help it is that she needs that right now cannot be put on her because it's of her choice. I wish you the best.